Hi everyone, good evening. So I'm doing a video again tonight because I heard something on the radio on the way home tonight. In fact, actually, it's a Dave Ramsey radio station through his app that I've been listening to for the past several weeks now. And the one thing he talked about tonight when I listened to just really stood out to me, and the reason it stood out to me is because I feel like it goes hand in hand with my video that I posted earlier today about me naming my fear, which is fear of failure. And again, it's just something that I just feel like God just has used Dave Ramsey again just to speak to me and to reveal things to me. Now, these things he was talking about, he was talking more towards money, but again, I feel like these principles are just so good to use towards life things in general as well. And so he talked about the difference between happiness and contentment, which is a very powerful message, I think, especially, I don't know, for me right now. And I'm going to post this clipping of the radio after I post this video. But the two things that he said that really stood out to me was, the first one is you can't buy happiness with money. Now you can buy fun, like fun is like going on a vacation or a truck or just small things too that you buy, like shopping or whatever it may be. Those are fun things to buy, but it might you might get excited to do those things, and it might make you happy in those moments, but it's not something it's not sufficient enough to fulfill that desire of happiness. It might seem like it will, but in the long run, it's just not what, it's kind of hard to think of it like that sometimes, because you do think if you have a nice vehicle or a nice job, a nice school, things like that you would be happy. And again, those are nice things to have, or even blessings even. But again, it's not it's not in those things that you I don't know, would give up your life for, kind of thing. I don't know. And as a Christian, especially, like, our happiness should only come from God, because he is first off a being, and so instead of a thing, just a material thing, and so his love and his, oh my goodness, everything that he offers is deeper than his happiness. It's joy, it's joy that is always there, even through the tough times. It's like, it's beyond being happy. It's beyond just feeling the giddies all the time. It's when you find that joy in Christ, and it makes your life whole so different. I don't know. Just because your joy is in Christ and not in a thing, basically. And then, but the other point that Dave Ramsey pointed out was the most powerful financial principle that you would ever have is contentment. The most powerful financial principle you would ever have is contentment. Now again, these two principles are dealing with money, but I just feel so much that these can be relayed to life. Like for me, example, I do have a really big dream, and I'm always talking about this dream, I have dream. And, as most of you know, that dream is to live in the country, um, and to have, farm animals, to raise our kids there. And, it's important because it is very important to me, to have that dream. Um, I honestly feel like it's a God-given dream. Um, and, because I guess I don't just want this land or this to live in this place just to live there. I do want for God to use us with this dream, to bless him, because that is, again, he is the dreamer. Like, he gives us his dreams and he gives us everything. So, what he gives us, I want to give back to him. And I also, in one way of doing that, I would love, my desire is, when we have this place, is to serve people, like even just my family, just to, just to help people and to serve people. Like, that is why one of my dreams along with this is to learn how to cook, homemade stuff. I mean, I know that might seem silly to some people, but it's so that I can, again, bless my family, bless friends, anybody, to the best way. And I know food is definitely, something that we all enjoy doing, or together. So that's one of the reasons why I'm just so wanting to learn how to do that. And just, so even though I still have all these dreams, there are reasons behind it, basically, not just wanting to have it, basically. But I guess this really stood out to me today because, I mean, yes, again, I have good intentions with this dream, and yes, I do believe that one day, God will give us that dream, and I feel like he confirmed that with giving us the land. But ever since having this dream, I've always felt like I need to wait until we have that dream to start doing things. Like, for some, I feel like I need to wait until then to invite people over and to start, and wait until then to start cooking like that. It's like wait until, and but this, spoke to me because, I don't need to wait. I don't need to wait until I have the dream house, the dream, place like that to start doing these things. I need to find contentment with where I'm at today, and enjoy what God has given me today. And so there's two things, I guess, that I took from this. And the one is that, I mean, yes, I have this dream, but it's not, because it's all material stuff, it's not going to buy me happiness. It's not going to, I mean, it'll be awesome to enjoy that, but it's still, those things are just not going to satisfy my soul, or like God would. Again, because they're just material things, and they're, because it's material, they're not going to last anyway. Yeah, so there's that viewpoint. And then the other viewpoint is, again, just to be content with where I'm at now. That is something I'm also learning how to do. Again, I'm not going to be perfect at it, but just learning to enjoy and appreciate what God has given me in a day-to-day basis. Because every day he gives me so much to be thankful for. You know, I get to wake up to Brandon, you know, who is a wonderful husband, and I cannot even imagine someone better for me. I just cannot. You know, just there's just no words to put how much God has blessed me with Brandon. And just he's truly, I believe, a man of God, and I don't know, he listens to me. He has all the right things. You know, I mean, I know he's not perfect, but for me, he's perfect. So anyway, there's that, and of course, you know, God has blessed us tremendously with our precious baby boy Hunter. Just, you know, the blessing and the miracle that Hunter is to us means so much. And then, you know, our kitty cats, you know, they're just like kids to us, and you know, being thankful to live with my mom and dad, you know, because they have been such a help to us and allowing us to live here so that we can save up to be able to afford to live on our own. And so basically there's just every day there are things to be thankful for and to enjoy and to embrace the moment, which is what Baker's Journey is all about. On Facebook, our blog, you know, just embracing each moment. So I think it's time for me to start living what I preach, you know, start living just a life that is contentment with what I have in front of me today. You know, I can always dream, of course. You know, it's important to dream. It's important to have those goals, because it makes life, maybe a purpose. You know, it gives life something exciting to work towards. You know, so that is important, but at the same time, it's just also just as much important, if not more important, to enjoy where you're at now. So I know this is kind of a long video, but I just wanted to share my heart with you. So yeah, so hopefully you got something else out of this too. All right, good night.